So, what do you think about all this renewable energy business? Are you a fan?
Partly, but it'll never produce enough electricity because the wind is not fixed. So how do you know, like tomorrow afternoon, how much electricity people are going to use? What happens when the wind stops? You need nuclear power. Simple as that.
Oh, you think nuclear power is the way to go?
Oh, it certainly is.
What about up here, like in Shetland, where we are? There's loads of wind, so that's not a problem. Maybe they should just put all the wind farms where there is a lot of wind.
Yes, but a lot of your people where you live don't want them. A lot of people don't like them. I mean, they're far too big. It's all right out in the middle of the sea, I suppose, because you can't see the things, but do you want one in your back garden?
But some people like them. Like, some people think they look good.
I would say the majority don't. I mean, you work out how much electricity you use yourself. I mean, tellies, videos, Sky, everything. Kettles, fridge, freezer, washer. But when there's no wind, you have no lecky.
What do you do your bit for the environment?
Well, at my caravan, I do have a windmill.
See, you can't argue against windmills and then admit that you've got one yourself.
Ah, yes, but the difference is I have a generator with it.
What power's that?
Petrol.
Petrol?
Oh, yes.
That's the worst green generator I've ever heard of in my life.
I know it is, but we all need petrol.
So
Can't live without it.
So, I'm still not clear whether you think renewable energy is a good idea or not.
Well, it is not a bad idea, but it's not economic for the full country.
So do you think, right, going back to your windmill on your caravan, do you think everyone should basically have a wee windmill in their home, in their garden, or on the roof or something, and be generating their own power? Your everyday guy like you or me can't afford it. Well, maybe you can with the rates you charge for taxi.
I tell you what, we are the cheapest. I haven't got 2.5 pence to rub between your ass cheeks. We are potless.
Plus you're using all this petrol, destroying the planet with all your taxi trips.
Well, I've only got the most 30 years left, so live for today, worry tomorrow.
It does all come down to money, doesn't it, this renewable energy stuff?
Most things in life do, Mark, don't they? You've got to have the money to buy anything to live.
What about the environment? Do you think the environment's really at risk?
You mean global warming?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
It's crockery. They're all full of...
Why is that then? There's loads of evidence saying that it's...
There's lots of evidence going back hundreds of years to say that the Earth was warmer and colder. I mean, they say the Earth's 30 million years old or whatever age they say it is. So, the Earth has different cycles. Sometimes it's hotter, sometimes it's colder.
But the planet is destroying itself, or we're destroying the planet.
Are we?
Every time you get in that taxi and pump out dirty fumes into the air, every time...
No. My taxi's one of these low emissions. I get cheap car tax.
Oh, because it's low emissions?
Yes.
But it's still emissions, and with all the cars that we're driving, it is destroying the planet. I can't believe you're saying that's not happening.
Well, so what do you want people to do? Go back to horse and cart? No, I mean, renewables help, Mark, but that's all they are. The bottom line is, as you know, probably from experience, it's going to cost us little people money.
That's the problem though, isn't it? Everyone thinks, oh, it's just going to cost us money and it won't affect me at all.
Well, it does cost money.
But it also will affect you.
Yes, I know it will. But you see, the more money you have, the better lifestyle you can buy.
But if people just stand around and say, this global warming business, it's not going to affect me at all, then everyone will just stand around twiddling their thumbs, nothing will get done about it, and then the world will come to an end, and everyone will be like, oh...
Will it? You say, can you prove that?
Well, not right now.
No? so if I don't believe in it, I can't prove it won't end, but you can't prove it will either. No, Mark, I mean, you've got to be realistic about all this. I mean, yes, there is something happening, but is it caused by us, or is it natural? And if it is caused by us, what do you do about it? Yes, you can do things like wind farms, tidal, but, well, nuclear power, what does that produce besides uranium? That's clean.
But if we use nuclear power, if we use that instead of other energy sources, there's going to be a lot more nuclear waste. Where do we put that?
Well, I think scientists are working on how to clean it up.
That's not enough. You can't say that. You can't say, well, somebody's working on it
in
a lab somewhere. I'd go for wind and tidal power. Between those two, you've got a constant source of energy that, with no interruptions, no risks of power cut and no risks of nuclear waste causing problems.
You couldn't produce enough. And the technology's not there either.
Not yet, but it's getting there.
Well, yes, so what do we do in the meantime? Do we go back to standing in front of the telly making shapes behind candles like we did as kids on the wall?
Those were the days.
Well, yeah, you can't remember them days, I'm afraid I can. Just. When I was a kid, we only had black and white tellies. You don't know what it was like.
Never had any of this renewable energy rubbish, eh? Or no
Nah,
worries about global warming, all that nonsense.
Forget stuff global warming. We were all freezing. I mean, not many houses had central heating when I was a kid. In my day, put another jumper on. That was only in bed. See, the problem is, all these wind farm and ecological things, too many people are champing on about it. The majority of people don't. Us normal people, we just get on with life as it is. We have to live the way things are. Not how they might be, could be, or possibly will be. We have to live today.